Well, hello friends. Welcome back to the program. Today we're going to do some UI polishing in Serenity OS desktop. There was something I noticed that bothered me a little bit regarding this workspace picker here. So we have this applet in the system tray that allows you to click on a different workspace and it navigates to that workspace. You can also use Control Alt and arrow keys to do the same navigations. But if you wanted to change the configuration of the workspaces, you have to go into Display Settings, Workspaces, and here you can change the number of rows and columns. So now I changed, so I have 6 workspaces across 3 rows instead. And I think it would be much nicer if I could get to these settings if I just right-click on the workspace picker applet, but right-clicking currently just acts as left-clicking, so it switches to a different workspace. So today we are going to add a menu to this thing and allow you to open up the workspace settings directly from that menu. I think that would be a nice piece of desktop polish. So the applet is created by something called the workspace picker applet, and it runs a simple little loop that listens for window management events, and whenever the screen rects change, we react to that. And I think when the configuration changes, yeah, like we listen for workspace changes, and that also causes us to react. And by react, I just mean update the thing. So I think, I guess it's, no, not this thing. Just the desktop status window is a GUI window. I think this thing is, what is this thing? Is this thing what we use to listen for changes? So what is our little applet that we put in there? Desktop status window makes a desktop status widget. Okay. Oh, I see. So desktop status window sets its own window type to applet. That's fair enough. Okay. So I think we just want to mess around with this desktop status widget because that's the main widget of the desktop status window. Also, the names here are kind of weird, like desktop status. These aren't really desktop status anything. They're just kind of workspace pickers. But let's ignore that this very moment and take a look at the mouse down event right here. So it simply does not differentiate based on the mouse button. So let's do that. Let's say if event button equals GUI mouse button secondary, then we want to do the secondary action, which would be pop open a menu. So oh wait, could we do this with the context menu event instead perhaps? It's been a while since I worked on anything using libgui. I've been so stuck over in Yacht and browser stuff lately. Context menu event. I know we have that. I think maybe we can hook that. And then if that comes, we'll say like event.accept, so it doesn't get any further processing. And we will, I guess we can instantiate a menu when that happens. So context menu, deleting pointer to incomplete type. Sure, yeah, we have to include libgui menu, of course. So if context menu is as yet uninitialized, we will create it now. GUI context, no, what am I thinking? Menu construct What do you want? You want a name or something? Yes, a name. Although it seems like I should be able to construct it without a name, but it has to be a ref footer because menus are reference counted. Sure. So context menu, we're going to have a single action in it, at least to start with, and it's going to be the action for opening the settings. So open workspace settings action, which we will have to construct right here. Open workspace settings action is GUI action create. And then the name of it. So open, I guess, should we say workspace settings? Something like this. It could also say open workspace settings. I guess I like that. It feels kind of nice that it has a verb. So let's see. And then what else do we need to provide? An icon. I guess we could provide an icon, although let's not worry about the icon to begin with. So what do we need to do here? Now we need to actually execute the desktop settings application. We have to launch that, which means that we have to give this widget app permission to fork and exec. So we'll give it process management and exec capabilities, but we are still going to restrict so that it's only actually able to execute the one binary we need for this feature. So let's do that using unveil. Unveil. So we will unveil bin display settings. We'll say you can execute that, and then we will say you can't do much else. We need to give res access because that's where we have stuff like color themes, fonts. So if anything about that changes in the system, we need access to the res directory just so that we can load new settings. But outside of that, we should only require access to this thing. I think. Yeah, because the actual changing, we're not going to do any actual changing of settings here. We do all of that through config server, I think, or maybe even in talking directly to window server. How do we do that? Oh yeah, right. This widget, the applet widget only reacts to window management events from the Windows server, so it doesn't need to look at config files at all, I'm pretty sure. So this feels like it should be cool. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I feel like I made a helper for launching commands at some point. Command, is it process? Which one am I looking for? Process spawn, that's probably what I want. Let's see, context, spawn, and then we'll say bin, display settings. Can I pass arguments? I guess these are the arguments. Okay. So for now, let's just do something like this. Is that how we would do that? Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, not so fast. Right, so we are not in a context where we are equipped or really able to propagate this error because we are in a action activation callback, and we have no way to propagate errors here. So at this point, we are just going to go ahead and must that thing. So, or actually, that's not particularly nice. If forking fails, it's better if we don't crash the workspace applet as well. Like we can just, do we have try? We have try. But I think in this case, what we really want to do is maybe just void it out. Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but we don't want to take down the applet just because we're unable to fork or unable to execute that thing. So this doesn't really work. It's not honoring my context menu event thing that I created. Maybe I have to ignore the, let's see, I forget what are the conditions for getting a context menu event. Maybe we have to do something with the mouse down event first. I gotta look this up. It's been too long. We have widget context menu event ignored by default. Sure, but when do we send these? Event context menu is produced. Wait, where do we make this? C event, handle key down, mouse down. Okay, so mouse down, if we do a secondary click, then we will send a context menu. Oh, but I guess I never opened the menu. So that would be the problem. So on mouse down, we always send the mouse down thing, so we still have to ignore that. If event, if the button is not GUI mouse button primary, then just return, sure. And in the context menu situation here, we need to actually open up that menu. So context menu pop up at event screen position. How about that? Let's see how that goes. Kluk. All right. And that doesn't quite work yet. Okay. So why did that not work? Let's see. One thing is it might not be called bin display settings, but that seems to be the name of it. All right. Yeah, okay. So maybe we are getting an error. Result of spawn is result. Can we just, I don't think we can debug it like that, right? We can? It's been a while, apparently. $44. Well. Wait, what the heck is 44? I guess it's an Erno code. Erno 44. Math argument out of domain. What on earth? What does the... No, it returns a PID. Okay, so probably that's the PID of the thing. Yeah, 40, that would be 44. Okay, all right, so we launched the thing, but nothing comes up on screen. That's a little bit weird. So what happens with that then? Display settings, main. Let's see, are we even here? Hello, I'm display settings. Now I am slightly suspicious. Let's just see if we are actually launching this thing. In the past, we would like print out something on the debug log whenever a process was launched, which would have been nice now, but it would be way too spammy in the normal case. So let's see. Hello, I am display settings. Okay, so it actually does do something, but then it just dies right away. So why do we die right away, I wonder? Display settings just dies right away. But when I just launch it here, it doesn't die right away. So core process. Should I be doing this in some other way? Did I feel like I made this API. I should know how to use it. Process spawn. Yeah, we're using it in a couple of places to launch things. So we get the PID, and we don't do anything with it. And let's see. I'm just looking at the array of things that I need to be passing in. But I made a vector. And arguments has that thing. So I guess one thing you could do is something like that. You could do array arguments is like this. Wait, what did that guy do? Array of okay. That doesn't seem quite right. Wait, what am I trying to do? Okay, let's not overthink this. It was fine the way it was, but why is it dying right away? That's what we need to find out. So if result is error, fail to launch display settings. Otherwise, well, otherwise nothing, because we know that it launched. So when are we bailing out here? Because now maybe we should find out how many arguments we have. We have 2 arguments. Why do we have 2 arguments? Oh, shoot. Wait, is that thing... maybe the spawn API is automatically adding the... Yeah, okay. So we automatically put... we automatically put the first thing on there. Is that what's happening? Argv list. Appending the path. Yup. Okay. So I guess we didn't need to do that. All right. We are refamiliarizing ourselves with the API, but that makes sense though, because then I didn't have to do that in the first place. Instead, what I really want to do is I want to tell it which tab to switch to on startup. So that would be the workspaces tab, which I can do with --tab workspaces. So let's do that instead. Yeah, that's what I should have been doing. All right. Oops. Still no go. Wait, why did that not work? No such file or directory. Oh, yeah, right, because I'm launching it. That. Bin. Display setting. All right, this is a bit clumsier than I was hoping to be, but it's good to be back in this part of the system, messing around with these things again. You're still not liking it, huh? So dash dash tab workspaces. I wonder why it's bailing. Like workspaces. Oh, unrecognized. Oh, it's open tab. I thought it was just tab. Okay, that's my bad. Open tab. Come on now. I think once we get this working, it would be cool to also use little settings icon. Yeah, there we go, finally. It took a hot minute, but we got it going. Very, very nice. And I think it's looking pretty okay. One thing that does stand out to me is the outline of all these graphs here looks a bit different than the outline of the workspace picker. Like, workspace picker is taking up more vertical space than his neighbors, which does look a little bit off, actually. It's probably something that we could improve, but let's leave that one alone for now and enjoy this. And now we just need a settings icon for that. So let's see. I know we have, oh, what's it called? Settings PNG will probably work. Yeah, here we go. Let's grab it. And this one we can must, because we must succeed in loading that file. And we will, I guess we should do it up here. Settings icon. All right. Then we'll get rid of that awkward debug statement when display settings is starting up. Okay, see, workspace settings. That's pretty cool. I wonder if instead of open workspace settings, we could also call it configure workspaces. That might be a bit tighter language, I feel like. So yeah, let's call it that. Configure, and then we will do that. Workspaces. Yeah. Configure workspaces. Now, the previous one was a bit better. Also, when we right click, we just say display settings right here. We don't have a verb on that one. And maybe we don't need to have a verb. Maybe it doesn't need to say open display settings. Maybe we just need workspace settings. Workspace settings. Sweating the details here, but these little things matter. Workspace. Yeah, I think that's the punchiest, actually. That is nice. And it's also, it matches what we say here. So this is display settings, and then we are in the workspaces area, but we're using the word settings consistently throughout the desktop UI. So I think that's good. Yeah. All right. This text here is a bit verbose, but yeah, this is good. It's very good. So let's go ahead and make a commit out of this. So I guess we don't need to make a vector here because we know that it's only these two. So now we can try to get fancy with making an array out of it. So What was the pattern used elsewhere? Span. Can we do something like that? Okay, what's going wrong here? Expected close paren. I've been writing yucked for so long and messing with that stuff that I forget how some of these things work. My brain needs to wake up here. Okay, what's wrong with this? Extraneous close paren, sure. And then you don't like, what don't you like about these? Char const. 2. Okay, I just need to hear it from the compiler here. What's wrong? Expected close paren before if. To match what? Why is this so confusing to me? We're gonna work this out. Arguments. We are gonna work this out. Come on now. So if you're staring at the code now and you see exactly what's wrong, I'm sorry that you have to watch me go through this. What on earth am I missing? Oh, wait. Oh, I had a curly here the whole time? Okay, well that was stupid. All right, then we can tidy that up. Wow, I didn't think to look at the starting column here. So we should be able to infer all this, is what I was thinking. Span, like that. Please accept. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. All right. All right, let's just see that we didn't mess anything up there, but yeah, we're all good. Oh, I say we're all good, but I didn't actually try to launch it. Cool. So, workspace picker. Add a context menu. Allow opening workspace settings via a context menu. Previously, you had to open display settings and navigate to the workspaces tab in order to edit workspace settings. This patch adds a context menu shortcut to the same place. Yeah, I think that feels very nice. It's a little thing. It's just something that I thought of, and I haven't been polishing these little things for quite some time in the system, and I just wanted to get back into that headspace. So here we are. This will be the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you saw something interesting. And I am very pleased with this. There's a lot of little things like this that I want to improve, and maybe this is just the first of many little things we can look at like this. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I will see you next time. Bye.